Something that often happens in organizations with teams working independently, example, sales, manufacturing, and warehousing, is that they each eject or produce individual data sets that never really talk to each other. So manufacturing may receive an order and the warehouse restocks while sales is driving the information for demand. At the top of the organization, it would be beneficial to have these three data sets combined into one and run analytics to spot potential trends. So I'm going to show the simplest example with just a few rows here in Google Colab. So the first thing we want to do is, of course, import Pandas as PD. And I'm going to be working with these three CSVs. Again, they only have a few rows each. Assign variables to each of these. So we'll do sales equals, and I'm going to prepare the other ones as well. So now that I've assigned each CSV, I want to see what they look like. So we're going to run the head command on each. Okay. So here we can see that sales has a date, an SKU, units sold, and revenue. Let's do the same here for manufacturing. And here we can see we have the same SKU, cost per unit, and the production batch. And finally, for the warehouse, we can see the SKU and then days in storage. So if we wanted to spot any trends across these data sets for as little as they are, we would have to do some manual computation. So what we can do, we can actually create a data frame that is effectively going to bring them all together into one. So we'll say sales merge, and we will merge it with the manufacturing data, and we will do so on the SKU column. Then we will merge with the warehouse on the column or series by the same name, which is SKU. So let's take a look at this now. So we'll run the head function here again, and we can see that these are all in one place. I think that is a decent place to start. We're not gonna get deep at all, but I just wanna see what kind of data types we're working with. I'm already spotting that the date series is an object and it should be a date time. These are integers, that's fine, object. So let's cast this to the correct type. And we'll do so by running the pandas to date time. And we'll do this on the data frame series called date. We will also assign this to itself. And now if we inspect this again, we have this in date time. So very simply, we can now do a describe and we can start seeing some interesting data here. We are not going to try and decipher this here, but we can certainly see that there are now trends and patterns that were simply not available to us here in the beginning. Now, with just a few rows and a handful of columns, we are not expecting to extract the most comprehensive of data, but this is just one of the things that you can start doing horizontally in your organization.